Hey, I have something I need to confide in you. I am terrified of getting old. And now, don't get me wrong, there's some clear upsides to becoming an old person, like you get to tell long-winded, rambling stories with no point, meaning, or conclusion. You can yell at inanimate objects without looking like a crazy person. You get to wear a diaper again. Yes, these are all advantages on becoming an old man, but please, allow me to play the pessimist here for a moment. You see, whenever I tell anybody that I'm scared of getting old, they always respond with, "Oh, John, it's so natural. It's just the most natural thing in the world." And you know what else is natural? Dying of malaria or cholera or a plethora of other diseases that we've gone out of our way to cure, and now we preserve ourselves till we look like bags of old leather just pulled back and stapled shut and stuffed with earthworms and beetle grubs and sawdust until we're just these writhing, jello-y messes of flesh and we barely resemble the person we once were. I mean, if you're at a party, don't you want to be the guy who has to leave early and everybody's like, "Oh, where did he go? I miss his funny stories and wacky behavior," instead of being the guy who's been at the same party for the last 85 years just bumming everybody out, drinking all the prune juice and complaining about last weekend's canasta game? The golden years. I mean, the only way I ever want to see my golden years is if I'm gold-plated and hired by Just for Laugh gags to sit on park benches and terrify unsuspecting passersby. I mean, if you really want to know what terrifies me the most about becoming an old person, look no further than the public transit system. It is just full of senior citizens that we have allowed to fall by the wayside and slip through the cracks on us. Like the other day, I was sitting with a man and he told me stories of cheap breakfast all over the city every day of the week, and he even had a map to go along with it. He told me how he thought Neapolitan ice cream had ruined the treat industry because it was for people who couldn't make a decision, and then he equated it to being a bisexual. He told me about the 8 pounds of top sirloin he had won at a meat draw in Millet. Doesn't he understand that I have the internet in my pocket and at any given moment I can just type in whatever I want to see and it's right there? So why would I care about some stranger's meat? Yet, he tells me. And the saddest one of all was this woman, this old woman who was staring at a mother and child on the bus, and it was a young mother and a baby, and she was looking down at the child and being like, "Oh, you're so cute," and looking up at the mother and telling her how lucky she was. And that's what she was saying with her mouth, but with her eyes, with her sunken, sad eyes, she was really saying, "Oh, you're so cute. If I had the physical strength to rip you away from your mother and kidnap you, I would take you for my own. Yes, I would. I would take you, and I would bind you and mentally disable you so you could never leave me like everything I have ever loved has." Yeah, I guess that's why I'm scared of getting old.